Have you ever heard a sound that chilled you to your very core? A sound so unsettling that it haunts your dreams long after it stops? This is the story of the fire escape, July 2009, Chicago. Chicago's sweltering July heat had nothing on the chill that settled over the old brownstone on Maple Street. It started with a sound, a persistent scraping thud from the iron rungs of the fire escape. Night after night, the metallic groaning echoed through the humid air, a rhythm that seemed almost deliberate. Residents would glance out their windows, expecting to see a neighbor making their way down from the upper floors. Instead, they saw only a hunched elderly woman climbing slowly upward, her bare feet silent against the metal. Always barefoot, always climbing. Her tattered nightgown fluttered in the still air, and her long gray hair hung like a curtain around her face. At first, concerned neighbors assumed she was lost or confused, perhaps a resident with dementia who had wandered onto the wrong escape route. But when people went out to check, rushing to offer help, the landing was empty. The stairs were perfectly still and the building was silent as a tomb. The only evidence of her presence was the lingering smell of rust and something else, something decay. It didn't take long for the tenants to share their unnerving experiences in hushed conversations by the mailboxes. Mrs. Rodriguez from 3B had seen her 3 nights in a row. The young couple in 2A had heard the scraping at exactly 2:17 a.m. for a week straight. Old Mr. Chen swore he'd watched her climb past his 4th-floor window, her eyes reflecting the streetlight like a cat's. They started capturing photos with their phones, hoping to document what they couldn't explain. What they saw in those grainy images chilled them to the bone. A shadowy figure looking down from the top landing, her face contorted into a twisted grin that seemed to mock their fear. Fear spread like a virus through the building. One by one, tenants moved out, unable to stand the nightly scraping sound or the constant feeling of being watched. Lease agreements were broken, deposits abandoned. The building that had once buzzed with life became a hollow shell. One morning, the fire escape, a structure that had stood solid and reliable for over a century, was covered in a deep, unsettling rust that had appeared overnight. The metal flaked away at the slightest touch, leaving red stains on everything it touched. The city quickly removed the lowest ladder for safety, but the scraping sound remained, a phantom echo of someone climbing higher and higher into the night. The haunting reached its terrifying peak when the building's landlord received a chilling, anonymous text message at 3 a.m. "Would you look up?" When he did, there she was, perched on the top rung, waving down at him with that same twisted smile. The building was condemned the next day, a shell of its former self, its fire escape now a monument to a terror no one could explain. But locals say that on humid July nights, if you listen carefully, you can still hear the scraping, still hear her climbing, forever ascending into the darkness above.